What's up, family? Y'all come on. Let me get into it. Yes. Beautiful. Beautiful. Y'all come on. Join your girl here. Peace, Mad Titan. Peace, Eileen. What's up, sis? Peace to all of y'all. I want to talk to y'all really quickly about the mental shift that needs to take place. While we wait, let's do They Want You Stupid Soul's Journey. This is the Soul's Journey Oracle cards, or lesson cards, I should say. And I want to see what is a lesson us spiritual people will be learning this 2022. Let's get into it. Let's see what soul lesson, what journey is our souls going on in this 2022. Y'all need to make sure that you're a part of Patreon, because for the Patreon family, in this first week, in the new year, we're going to do a reading. We're going to do a live reading for each of the Patreon members to get specific about what your 2022 may be looking like, what you may experience. We're going to tap into that in Patreon. And y'all know how it gets in the Patreon when we do those live readings. It gets real. What soul lesson? Okay, let me turn this card around. It's upside down. Surrender. What is the soul family? What lesson? What lesson will we be learning in 2022? Let's see what we got. As you come in, just say what's up. Today we're going to be talking about, got two cards that came out. Today we're going to be talking about mental shifts that we need to take right now, that we need to understand. But first, in 2022, we're going to learn to release blame. Stop playing the blame game. And it says we are going to accept responsibility for my well-being. I accept responsibility for my well-being. I love that. 2022, we're not placing blame. We're accepting responsibility for our well-being. We already understanding that right now. Right now, with all the chaos that's going on, we are really being forced to accept responsibility for our well-being. And this is so dope, because it's our mental well-being, so our mental health. Our physical well-being is our responsibility. Our financial well-being is our responsibility. We're no longer looking for anybody to give us anything on any level. We're taking responsibility for our well-being in 2022. And I know a lot of y'all are probably like, I've been responsible for my own well-being. I've been independent. I've been, self-reliant. I've been all of those things. And you probably have to some level or another, but I'm telling you, we can take this self-reliance thing to a whole nother level. The other card that came out, our soul lesson for this 2022, is honesty. And it says, I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. Are you keeping it real with you? In 2022, it's going to be about keeping it real with yourself, being honest with yourself. which is so important. Look at these master student journals. I'm about to start writing in this today. I'm excited about it. So I wanted to hop on here, y'all, because Spirit was downloading to me. First of all, let me say what's up to y'all in the chat. Let's do that first. Peace, Mad Titan Eileen. Peace, Shay. Peace, Ashley. Peace, Divine Sunflower. Peace, as above, so below. What's up, sis? I miss talking to you. What's up, love? Hey, Gemini, love. What's up, Coco Mel, Justin, Cosmic Chlorophyll, Hathor. What's up? What is up? I'm finally really feeling back like myself right before the new year. I'm so grateful for it. Like, Spirit is like, all right, it's time. It's time for you to get back out there. It's time for you to get creative. It's time for me to move forward. And I'm so glad to be able to come and talk to y'all and just share with y'all what Spirit has shared with me last night. So last night, as I was in the bed taking care of baby Kim, she's a night owl, y'all. She's a night owl. She want to be up, right? As I was in the bed taking care of baby Kim, Spirit had downloaded to me that right now is not a time for y'all to be talking about all your new goals and your New Year's resolutions. Like, Spirit was like, that's why people don't maintain no New Year's resolutions, because they don't understand that in this season, it's not about creating a new goal. In December, January, February, we're in the winter season. So it's not about gathering all of this new shit, but we've been taught that. Right? We've been taught to create all of these new goals, to create all of these New Year's resolutions, to create all of these new things that we want to manifest. That's what we've been taught by society, but it's been a lie. That's what Spirit was saying. It's been a lie. In March, in spring, when the season is ready and ripe for new energy, this is when we start implementing all the new stuff, all the new things that we want to manifest, all the new things that we want to birth. Spirit was saying December, January, February, the winter months, is about what you are releasing, what you are letting go of. It's about you disciplining yourself to do the rituals that are going to help you to purge and purify yourself, so that in the real new year, in March, in the spring, when it is time to be reborn, then you are actually ready for the manifestation of the newness, of the greatness that Spirit has in store for you, that you have in store for you. But a lot of times you're making goals right now, and I'm not saying don't make goals, because I'm going to make goals. But as I make the goals for 2022, I'm going to be looking at, in this specific times, the things that are blocking me from having those goals. I'm going to be looking at the things that I have to let go of in order to manifest that reality. Okay? A lot of times we want to just jump into, I'm going to lose 20 pounds, or this new year I'm going to the gym. I'm about to be a vegetarian. I'm going to manifest a relationship. You do all of those things, and then a month into the new year, February hit, and you fell off of all of those new things that you have been implementing, and that is because it's not really in alignment with the season. We're still in the winter, and what we see in the winter is death, decay, releasing, leaves falling, hibernation. You're supposed to be inside, which is also very important and amplified, because in this time is when people are out the most. This is the time where people are out the most. You got the Christmas party. You got the New Year's Eve party. This is the time where people are outside of themselves the most. And we got to realize as spiritual people that this is a time for us, people who are aware, people who are conscious, people who can observe the external world, as above, so below, as within, so without. If you can observe the external world, you will realize that this is a time for you to be in hibernation. This is a time for you to be inside, even though you need to be inside anyways, because this COVID is, I swear, it's in the water. This COVID is in the water. This COVID is in the air. So you need to be inside anyways. But on a spiritual level, this is a time where you're supposed to be investigating your subconscious mind, not necessarily implanting all of these new ideas into the subconscious mind, but you're supposed to be purging the subconscious mind of the things that are stopping you from having, manifesting, and being who you know you should be. Spirit was telling me last night, what do you need to release? See, here's the thing. It's so funny. People be thinking, new year, new you. Lies. And so many of you still have goals, aspirations, dreams that you're building on from the year prior. There's things that you wanted to do in 2021 that you probably didn't accomplish. So that goal from 2021 is extending and expanding into 2022. But Spirit is just like, there's some questions that you need to ask yourself. There's some questions that you need to ask yourself and some things that you need to do. One of the questions that you have to ask yourself is, what patterns are stopping my prosperity? I know for me this week, see, there's a fine line between, we play these mental games with ourselves. I know, because I do it sometimes too. We play these mental games with ourselves of not doing what we know we're supposed to do. We know we're supposed to be doing something. We know we're supposed to be moving a certain way, eating a certain way, acting a certain way, doing these rituals, doing these routines, having this spiritual practice. You know you're supposed to be doing it, but you play these mental games with yourself. And Spirit is saying, what are the patterns? What are those mental games? What are the triggers that are blocking you from creating the life that you are supposed to be creating? That's what time it is right now. Investigating those things, the mental, emotional, and physical patterns, the habits that you keep. That's what time it is right now. It's about analyzing those things. I realized this week that I can procrastinate. And it was a fine line between, okay, get your rest because you just had a baby 4 weeks ago and it's time to get to it. And so last night, Spirit was like, all right, you've had enough time of resting, of relaxing, of being distracted, of procrastinating. You've had enough time. And let me not even say that, because all of that sounds kind of negative. But Spirit said, you've had time to rest. Now it's time to get into your work. So to me, getting into my work means recreating my spiritual routine. It means coming back on here on YouTube and talking to y'all. It means putting myself out there to some extent, still doing my work, focusing on my work first, and simply sharing with y'all the realizations that I have from my own work. Okay? Like I said, last night I was asking Spirit, I was like, okay, what do I need to do to get back moving? What do I need to do to get back in the swing of things? What do I need to do to really get back in my bag? And Spirit was like, right now is the time to discover what those patterns are. What are those patterns that are stopping the prosperity from going to the level that you know it can go to? What are those things that are blocking your gifts from manifesting and coming online fully? What are the things that are standing in the way of you living the life of purpose? What are the things that are stopping you from being proactive in manifesting that purpose and living in your purpose? What are the things that you know you have to change? Who must you become? And what are the things that you must let go of in order to become that person? Spirit was like, it's time to stop just saying, I want to be more confident. I want to be in shape. I want to do all of those things. Spirit is like, well, what does that actually look like? And what must you let go of in order for you to become that? And so I just wanted to come on here and tell y'all that the mental shift that needs to take place right now, you can write your goals all you want to. That's great. Write your goals down. I'm going to write goals down. I got hella goals. I got hella things that I want to accomplish in this new year. But along with that is realizing what's blocking that from being a manifestation. What's blocking that from coming into fruition? What thoughts, what habits, what emotions, what patterns are stopping that? Excuse me. As we are still in these winter months, it's about going into the darkness of yourself. Why do you procrastinate? Okay? Why are you afraid to stand up to your family? Why are you afraid to speak up for yourself? Why are you afraid to put yourself out there, in your business life? Spirit is like, that's what time it is. Understanding the why behind getting to those manifestations, and even understanding why you want a certain manifestation. Spirit is like, it's time right now to get an understanding of why you want to manifest a certain reality. Why do you want to make a certain amount of money, monthly? What is that going to provide for you? Why do you want a relationship? Why do you want to lose 20 pounds? I got 20 pounds that I want to lose. But why? You know what I mean? So in this time, it's important for you to go into your mind, go into your heart, go into your shadow self to understand the answers to those questions. Those are the questions you need to be asking yourself. And then once you get those answers, you have to do the spiritual work to release it. Okay? Once you get those answers, you have to do the work to release it. And the spiritual work means creating spiritual rituals and spiritual routines. So in this time, family, it's all about releasing, letting go, emptying, reflecting, just really purging yourself of certain things. The way that you're going to purge yourself of certain things so that when spring comes, March comes, and it's time to actually birth something new, the way that you do that is you're going to have to purge in real life, in the physical. So this may be a time of fasting for you. It may be fasting from alcohol, fasting from TV, fasting from social media, fasting from eating out, fasting from meat, fasting from, anything that... So here's the thing, y'all. You have to find the correlation between where you are going and where you are right now. Okay? You have to find that thing that is in the way of you getting to where you have to go. Like for me, in this time of having baby Kim, I've been on social media too much. I've scrolled Instagram way too much. I'm over it. I'm actually like annoyed by it. I've scrolled Instagram too much. And so I know that a part of my purging right now is going to be purging social media, but I have to do it in a way, I have to discipline myself really to only get on social media to post content, not to just become zombified, not just scrolling just for the hell of it. Okay? So that's something that I have to purge. That's something that I have to fast. And as I do that, I have to replace that type of whatever. I have to replace that with something that is going to be more beneficial, like a book. So whenever I get that urge to go to social media, and here's the thing, I'm not going to be off of social media because social media is a gateway to my personal business. So I'm not going to be off of it, but I have to discipline myself to post what I need to post and get off. I got to post I'm going to have to challenge myself to remember, oh shit, this is not what I'm supposed to be doing. And when I find myself in that, I have to replace it with something that is beneficial to my spirit, beneficial to my soul. So that's going to be a book. That's going to be a journal. That's going to be listening to a video that pertains to my business, that pertains to spirituality, that pertains to healing. This is the work that you have to do. So you have to recognize what things are standing in the way of your manifestations. The manifestations is not happening in January and February. That's not me saying that, miracles don't happen and things won't manifest in your life, because they will. I'm telling you the mental shift that you have to take. Okay? The mental shift that you have to be in right now is, what do I need to release so in the spring I can be rebirthed, I can be reborn, I can be recreated, I can manifest something new. That's what I'm talking about. Okay? So as you are doing your New Year's resolutions, as you are journaling, I really am excited about this Master Student Journal. I wonder if you can still get it. I don't know. But as you are writing your goals, as you are writing out the things that you want to accomplish, I want y'all to shift your mental to the things that are standing in the way of that goal. The patterns that are in the way of that goal. Okay? And now into the spring, you do the internal, mental, physical, spiritual work, so that in the spring, when we're seeing life, right? When we're seeing creation, when we're seeing the flowers bloom, the birds come out, and nature starts coming back to life, when we see that, now you're ready for the manifestations of your goals, because you've done the work over these last 2-3 months in order to get there. Y'all, let me know in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. Let me know in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. There's a song that I want y'all to listen to that's going to help you to understand. Oh, hey, Fee. Felicia is in the chat. Hey, girl. Okay, so we got somebody to say I understand. Perfect. Okay, perfect. So it's really about getting into it. I mean, I'm excited about it. And there's so y'all need to be, first of all, on Patreon, we're reading books, right? Every Wednesday and Saturday on Patreon, we're reading books, right? And each book that we read has rituals that are in it. So if you struggle with being able to find rituals, routines, and things like that, join us on Patreon, because every week, twice a week actually, we're having conversations about spirituality and different things that you can start implementing in order for you to get into this work. Okay? But this is a time right now, y'all, where you want to really get into your spiritual practice. And so, and y'all, here's the thing. You have to be okay with switching it up. Some of y'all just want to sit down and do regular meditation all the time, and Spirit is saying you need to move your body. You need to do some form of yoga. You need to do some Kundalini yoga. You need to be serious about your affirmations. You need to exercise. Y'all have to understand that your spiritual practice has to have something in it that challenges you. Ooh, y'all, like, I gotta get ready. I'm ready now, but I just gotta do it. Like, for me, baby Kim wakes up every morning at 5 o'clock in the morning to eat. And my spirit was telling me this morning when I woke up with her to feed her, my spirit was like, you don't got to go back to sleep. Even though I be tired as hell. I be tired as hell at that time. But Spirit was like, you don't got to go back to sleep. You can get up right now. I'm going to buy me some coffee. That way, when she wakes up at 5 o'clock in the morning, I could feed her, put her back to sleep. I can have me a coffee, and then I can get up and get to my work. Okay? But it's going to be something that challenges you, y'all. It has to be something that challenges you. Okay? It has to be something that challenges you. And it has to be something that is going to transform you. That's what Spirit is saying right now. Spirit is like, stop, focusing on the, I'm going to lose 20 pounds, and start focusing on what put the 20 pounds on you. You get that? You understand? Stop focusing on, I'm going to, I want to make $15,000 a month. I want to make $20,000 a month. Stop focusing on that and start focusing. And God, I got to be clear with y'all with this, because I want y'all to understand. It's not about focusing on the things that you don't want. Understand that that's not what I'm telling you. I'm not telling you to place a lot of your focus and your attention on the things that you don't want. I'm telling you to understand. I'm telling you to understand what thought process, what emotional habits, what physical habits are stopping you from manifesting what you want, so that you can transform that. You can say you want what you want. I want more abundance. I want more prosperity. I want a better body. I want this. You want that. You can say that all you want to, but if you don't transform internally, those things are not going to come to pass. That's what I'm telling y'all. Please understand. You can have goals on goals on goals on goals, but if you don't do the internal work, it's not going to manifest. And so in this time, I want you to focus on, realize, and do the work on the things that need to change within you in order for you to have what you want to have, in order for you to become what you want to become, in order for you to create the life that you're wanting to create. What must you change about yourself? That's what season this is. This is a season of, what must I change about myself in order for me to spring, in order for me to bloom into who I'm becoming. Okay? So really, really look at those things and analyze what those patterns are. You could even do a ritual. You can even do a ritual for this. So you already know your own bullshit. Call yourself out on your bullshit. Like, I know for me, distraction, procrastination, all of those things are things that I need to be, writing down, really being honest with myself about, and burning it. I'm going to do me a ritual or something like that, a release ritual. A release ritual. Patterns that I know I have that are stopping my greatness. Patterns that are stopping me from going to the next level. I got to release those things. And the spiritual work that I'm doing from now until then, all has to do with releasing those patterns, releasing those thought forms, releasing those emotional habits, releasing those physical habits, so that I can be who I need to be to create what I want to create and to become who I'm trying to become. Okay? So I want y'all to take that mental shift. And I want you to ask yourself, what patterns do I have that are blocking my prosperity? What habits do I have that are blocking my health and well-being? Okay? What pains, right? What pain am I keeping that is blocking my purpose? Okay? What is blocking the full manifestation of my gifts? These are questions to ask yourself right now. And it's important for you to get clear on it. And then once you are clear on those things, you start doing release rituals. You start doing spiritual work that helps you to release. You start doing that from now until March. Okay, you start doing that from now until the spring solstice, right? Until we come into the spring, until we come into that official new year, the work that you are doing is all about release, 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 release. And the beautiful thing, family, is that when you release, you create space to receive. So you are going to have beautiful things that will manifest in your life right now. You will have beautiful things that manifest in your life right now as we speak. But in order for those things to manifest, there has to be things that you're letting go of mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, and physically. So one challenge that I want to give y'all that y'all can do right now is, like I just said, write some of those patterns down. You already know some. It ain't even no time to bullshit yourself, right? If you automatically know that when you get you want to lose weight, but you already know when you get triggered, the first thing you want to eat is fries and ice cream and cookies. You already know that, right? A lot of us already know what some of those patterns are. Okay? So tonight you can write some of those patterns down and you can burn it. Flush it down the toilet, cut it up, do whatever you need to do. Okay? Again, this is so important. Do not get confused based off of how society has taught us to think about the quote unquote new year. Y'all, as spiritual people, you already know that January is not the new year. Why? Nothing new is happening right now. This is a time of surrender. This is a time of emptying. This is a time of release. This is a time when leaves are falling off the trees. This is a time when the birds are hiding. The animals are hiding. Ain't nobody coming out. But humans, people who are not in tune with the season, people who are not in tune with the divine, they all out and about. They all out and about. They at a New Year's Eve party. Okay? I'm telling you, as spiritual people, you can do that, but you need to know intuitively and spiritually what time it is. And when you look at the external world, you can see that the time it is right now is for you to be letting go of shit. So that in March, when we see beautiful flowers, we see birds, we see sun. We see sun shining. Okay? So again, right now, figure out what you need to be releasing. And during this winter season, this is when your spiritual practice is in alignment with releasing. Okay? So a lot of writing, a lot of journaling, sweating. Sweat, y'all. Sweating. Get you some exercise in, because when you sweat, you're releasing. And y'all already know when you're exercising, you're releasing a lot of pent-up energy. Yoga releases pent-up energy. Okay? So your practice, the work that you're doing right now, the meditations that you're doing right now, should all be about letting go. And I'm going to give you a quick meditation and then I'm going to get off of here. A meditation that I got out of the Healer's Handbook. What you want to do is visualize, was it clouds or balloons? Either clouds or balloons. But you want to visualize certain thoughts, right? Certain habits, certain emotions. You want to visualize those things floating away from you, floating up into the air. Very simple meditation, but the point of that meditation is to release. So if there's a person, if there's a thought, if there's an emotion, if there's a habit that you have, meditate and visualize. In your meditation, you want to visualize that thing floating away from you, leaving you, going up into the air. Or you can visualize it going deeper down into the earth and being burned. It's that simple. So you want to be doing rituals and you want your meditations and your spiritual practices in this time to be in alignment with release, with letting go, with emptying. So that when the spring comes, you're ready to be reborn. You're ready to be rebirthed. You're ready to come out in the world letting your light shine. Really look at and understand the things that are blocking you and that are stopping you from getting to where you got to go. Let me look at some of these comments. Yep, that's one of the meditations in our book that is coming out soon. Just popped on to say thank you for continuing walking your purpose and helping us on our journeys. May your new year be plentiful and prosperous, my sis. Love you. Thank you, Asia. I receive all of that. Okay, Cosmic, I will definitely research ashwagandha. We got ashwagandha too. We definitely got ashwagandha. All right, y'all. So I look forward to hearing, especially from my Patreon family. I look forward to hearing what y'all are releasing. Actually, I'm gonna ask y'all that in Patreon when we go live tomorrow. When we go live tomorrow, I'm gonna ask y'all about that. Okay? I'm gonna ask y'all, what are y'all releasing? What are y'all letting go? And here's the thing: you need to be able to make the connection. Like I'm saying, I'm releasing procrastination because I know that there are people out there who need me right now. I'm releasing procrastination because I don't have time to sleep on myself. I'm releasing procrastination because I know that I can be receiving so much more abundance and prosperity through me acting on my gifts now. So you need to know why you're letting go of a certain something. And you need to have conviction with that. You need to have conviction with that. Okay? I'm releasing distraction because there's so much that my spirit has in store for me to put out and to create. And if I'm distracted, then I cannot do what I've been called to do. You have to have conviction with this stuff, okay? So as you write your goals, also write what you need to let go of in order to manifest that so that you can start doing the work to let go. All right? Hopefully that makes sense to y'all. That's just what was, channeled to me last night. And I just want to give y'all that so that you don't go into the new year like, oh, I'm about to, lose weight, or, oh, I'm about to manifest a relationship. Oh, I'm about to manifest more abundance. You go into the new year with those things, but you don't even recognize what's blocking those things. And you don't recognize why you didn't have it last year in 2021. All right. So, I'm here for y'all. Look forward to speaking with y'all more, and I'll catch y'all later. Y'all have a happy new year going into 2022. Peace.